If you are looking for full color activity books to help your kindergartner have fun learning this year, this video is for you. Hi, I'm Amy from Book Brilliant Kids, and this is the second video in my series of top picks for homeschooling or schooling at home. And I am featuring Evan Moore's Smart Start series for kindergarten. These are available pre-K through grade 1, but I want to show you why I chose each of these books for my top picks, and I want to peek inside and give you some ideas of how you can use them with your kids. So these are published by Evan Moore. Evan Moore is a company that's been around for over 40 years, and they are awesome at helping kids have fun, learning in ways that get them thinking and really engaged in what they're doing. And you'll see exactly what I'm talking about once I start showing you inside this book. They also are very budget friendly. Each of these books retails for $9.99, and so they often have coupons or sales, and so this is very affordable for a full color activity book that is so rich in content. The other thing is that these topics are kid approved. Each of these books talk about magnets and rocks and animals and plants, things that kids can relate to and that they're going to want to know more. We're just naturally curious about those things when you're in kindergarten. And so Evan Moore knows that and makes sure that the kids are motivated to keep learning. And the last reason why I chose these books for my top picks is because the lessons are short and focused. When kids can be successful over a short period of time, it makes them want to come back and do another activity again and again. So it helps them stay motivated. So I love how Evan Moore does that. I want to start with the Smart Start STEM book. Now, Evan Moore does have a series for STEM lessons and challenge for grades 1 through 6 for the older kids, but these little guys, they want to join in too. So this series, as I said, starts with pre-K and it actually goes through first grade, but I want to show you exactly what's inside of this book. You're going to be really impressed. So it's divided into the type of science. So there are 4 different physical science units that have a STEM activity, each one. The life science has 7 different STEM activities, and then the earth science has 4. It gives you a general materials list. This is all things that are readily available, nothing really difficult that you're going to have to order or make special trips to go and get. And then they give you a breakdown of the types of activities, which I'm going to show you, and some ideas for how to use them. All right, so let me show you what a sample STEM lesson looks like. So this one is called Wheels Do the Work, and there's just a little bit of science background that you're going to read aloud to your child. And then I love this little talk box right here because it just gives you some hints about organic things that you can naturally weave into the conversation to help your child make connections. We want them to take this information and connect it to something they already know. And then there's a really fun story that makes it more realistic, again, helps solidify those connections. And then there's always a little concept box or a teaching tip at the top just to help you guide the conversation to make sure that we're helping kids with those connections. And then there's some response pages. So these are so easy for the kids just to respond to. They can answer orally or they can color in if you would like. And then I love this response because they're just circling the people who are using wheels to make it easier. And it tells you here the skill that the kids are targeting using with this activity. And again, it tells you at the bottom, just as a reminder, what type of science we're working on. So again, we're reinforcing the wheels make work easier. But then here's the STEM activity. There is a picture that goes with a story that you're going to read to your children, and they have then a problem that they're going to solve. Obviously, she has a flat tire on her bike, and so we have to help Nellie ride home by building her a new wheel. And so this is some of the really cool things that kids get excited about because they want to help and they really want to solve problems that they can relate to. So here is the kind of the format for the steps that you're going to take to guide your child through this STEM activity. And then if they want to draw their plan, or if you want to help them, if you want to they want to dictate to you and you can write it down what their plan is, and then they're going to create and then they're going to test to see. And then there's a simple question, did it work, yes or no? If it didn't work, you can do this over again as well. So it's really fun and easy. There's another example of learning about animals. Again, the guided question or the talk box here to help you kind of have that conversation, a story to help make those connections more real. some responses for the kids, and then here's a response where the kids set up the STEM challenge, and they're going to be able to design and construct a pair of shoes that resemble an animal's foot. How fun is that? And then when they do all of the STEM activities, there is a certificate that you can complete with their name. And the other thing at the back is this answer key. So there are some samples of ideas of what the completed activity could look like, but Evan Moore also says in here that the answers are going to vary depending on your child's skills and approach and the materials that are used. But I really appreciate that they give us some ideas as well. So that is the Smart Start STEM. And then being the author of BookBrankKids.com, you know that reading is super important. And so this book is really well done as far as just helping those very beginning readers build confidence quickly, which is really important when we are learning to read. So it goes through, the table of contents is going to show you that it's going to be focusing on specific sounds that are both at the beginning of words and at the end of words. We often do the beginning sounds, but the ending sounds are just as important. And this is just a really natural way to help your child practice those skills. Again, just like in the other book, it just gives you ideas about how to use each of the different types of activities for each unit. And I chose this one because I wanted to share with you, this is obviously practicing the sounds of M that are at the beginning of a word and at the end of a word. But Evan Moore is so clever. They usually teach some sort of sight word within each unit. So and they use a repetitive sentence frame. So there's only one word that is changing and it matches the picture. So once you read this to them, this is a small mouse, this is a small clam, they make those connections, and it's teaching them to read these sight words as they practice again and again. So I really think that's clever. Now we're going to talk about sight words in just a minute right here, but I love that they do that. And each unit builds on the next, and so they will build up some sight words as they're reading. Sight words are words that you really can't stand out with that grade level's worth of phonics skills. For the K, again, at the beginning and the end, and they're teaching the word RU. These are really hard words because you can't sound them out. So I love that they're teaching them those words because they're very common in beginning reading books. Now and I'm sorry, I should show you the rest of the unit. So there's a story. Oh, I almost forgot. There's a story here that you can listen to. So at the beginning, there's this QR code that you scan and it will read it to you, or you could just read it to your child. But then they are going to color the picture for reinforcement, and they're going to be looking for the words that begin or end with an R. So you could even have your child get their yellow crayon and color each of these bolded words just to reinforce that. And then they're going to put the story in order. This is great, checking for comprehension, making sure they really were listening and they understand what happened first, second, and third. They're going to do a little bit of handwriting practice. Again, they're just writing the letter a few times, and you don't have to do this all in the same day, but it really does help them to remember once we get that hand-eye coordination working together, and they're practicing the words again. And again, there's also these little skill boxes at the top just to help you as the teacher/parent know what we're working on and the purpose of this activity. Then they're going to practice reading again, and some more connections with the sound being at the beginning or the end of the word. Same thing here, another review, and then that's the end. So it's short. You can do maybe 2 pages a day, and so you can actually alternate it with the sight words. I'm going to talk to you about that in just a minute for your 36 weeks of school, which is typical. This book also has a beginning and ending sounds game. As I said, the ending sound often is a skill that gets neglected, but is really important as kids become more fluent readers. So you cut up the cards and then they place them face down, and then you just play like memory. You try to match them. Of course, you can leave them face up and just put a few cards out at a time and just see if they can make that beginning and ending same sound match. If that's easier, there's a lot of variations that you can play with this game. So that's really fun. And then Evan Moore always does a great job of putting an answer key here at the back, just in case you want them to check their work or if you need to confirm and answer yourself. And these books also have 48 stickers. So you can decide how you want to use them over the course of each of these units. But I think this is a really fun way to teach reading. So this one has 18. And so each unit in the table of contents will give you a list of the sight words and high frequency words. High frequency words are, you can sound some of them out, but they happen very frequently in this particular reading level, and so it's easier if they don't have to sound them out again and again. So like the word top, and so it's really easy for us just to teach it as a sight word. So there is a review after every few units as well, just to make sure that the kids are ready to go on. And then there is also a master sight word list. So for all 18 units right here. So you can check them off if you want to, or have them, highlight them if they can read them, that kind of thing. In each unit, I'm going to start with unit 10. They're going to introduce the words, and these are words that you'll need to teach them to read. And they can trace them and write them, say them as they're writing them, and then they're going to just practice reading. Next, they're going to do this tracing activity where they're going to match word to word. And of course, you want them saying it as they are matching it. So they have to read bell, find out where it goes, read bell again. So again, more reading and naming, and then they're going to read the words and match to the picture. And then they do just a little bit of writing here. And then there's a story. Now, Evan Moore has set this up where you do this story at the end of the unit rather than the beginning, because they want them to be able to read more of these words. So they practice these words in hopes that they'll be able to read some of these words. Like you could read it together and let them maybe read the words like bell that we practiced reading. However, before they try reading on their own, you can go to the track. There is a code in here where you can scan it, and you can choose which story to read, and they can listen to the story and have them follow along, and then they can practice reading on their own. The other thing that each unit has is a word slider or some little game. So you cut this out right here and make two little cuts right here, and then they pull through and just read one word at a time. So that's really fun. And then at the end, there's the answer key as well as the stickers again. So I think if I were teaching kindergarten this year, I would be alternating doing this book one week and this book the following week. And then we would also be adding in the Smart Start STEM activities, because these are just fun, hands-on, and you incorporate all 4 subjects of science, technology, engineering, and math at one time, as well as there's some writing, obviously, and could be a little bit of reading as well. So to me, these are just a really simple way to have a lot of fun with your kindergartner and not spending your entire day doing school. Because these workbooks are full color, they're engaging, the kids like them, and they're short enough that you can get them completed and still have time to read other books, which I'm always going to tell you to do. Do some hands-on math games, do some puzzles, get outside and explore, and do other fun things that your kids want to do in their learning. I hope this has been helpful. Again, check out these top picks for homeschooling from Evan Moore, their Smart Start series for pre-K through first grade. Thanks for watching, and if you have any questions, be sure and leave me a comment below.